We're Lawrence M. Barry & Co, or LMB, textile recycling merchants based in Canning Town, which is East London. My dad started up in 1985 on his own. We won the Queen's Award of Export in 1997. We sort of export to 20 different countries, and it's all fundamentally based on textile reuse clothing, so the sale of clothing that people no longer want in this country to Africa.
Equally, we've got about 1,000 standard textile bins that are on the curbside, supermarkets, car parks. You see them when you do your recycling.
Members of the public put the clothing in there that they no longer want. We collect it, we weigh it, then pay the local authority based on that weight, so it's an income for them that obviously helps their revenue and recycling rates.
So for a reasonable sized London borough, it'd be £30,000–40,000 worth of income a year.
Comes back to our team of sorters, they will go through it, and you get about 70% that's good enough for reuse.
Members of the public are really good. We don't get a lot of McDonald's Chinese food. We get a little bit of bric-a-brac, CDs, DVDs, but on the whole, we don't get loads and loads of rubbish. About 10% or so, maybe under. So.
The biggest market, as I've said, is Africa, also a little bit of Eastern Europe, and then you've got other countries like Pakistan and Asia that will take it. A few years back, we couldn't sell a sweatshirt to Africa because it was seen as too hot, but since MTV's been on a lot and gangster rap, everyone wants a hoodie, so we're selling loads of hoodies to Africa now. The 30% that's left over is recycled, which is either textile wipes, so it's cut up and used as cleaning rags in industry, which is mainly sold in this country, or if it's wool synthetics based, it'll then be flocking material, which is basically just shredded up for mattress filling or sound insulation in your car.
You'll find Nigeria's the biggest second-hand clothing market in the world, but it's contraband, and it's been contraband for 20 years. I think it's Al Jazeera online did a piece on this, and it's really interesting because they're sort of interviewing the market stall holders who just think it's hilarious. They're like, yeah, it's contraband. But once it's over here, it doesn't matter.
At the moment, there's about 500,000 tonnes of clothing that's still going to landfill. So RAP and DEFRA are looking at how we can get that from landfill and into places like us. The exciting thing is, what do we do with it and what's the quality going to be like? I'm working on a project that's the survivor bag, so it's kind of bridging the gap between commingled and source separated. If you put textiles in either system, it doesn't really work because it has to remain clean and dry. So if you put it in the commingled, it tends to get milk and Coke cans and bits of glass in it. It's Murph muck, I call it, so it's not worth anything. Textiles haven't really been collected by curbside. I've developed a bag which should survive the Murph system, so we're hoping that a number of councils will supply it to their residents, and the residents have the very easy job of filling it up and just putting it in with their recycling, be that commingled or source separated.